Hi friend, this is the AINOTE 2 and it's an upcoming ink tablet that's just launched on Kickstarter. What makes this device special? Well, it's a super slim 10.6-inch tablet that runs on Android 14 and it features one of my absolute favorite ink screens, Carta 1300 Mobius. Plus, it comes packed with some really useful features designed to boost your productivity. Now, I've been lucky enough to test this device before it officially launches, and while the software is still in development, AINOTE 2 already shows a lot of potential. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know. We'll explore all the key features, dive into what the reading and writing experience is actually like, talk about overall performance, and I will be completely honest about both the things that impressed me and the areas that still need some work. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to expect if you're considering backing this project. Now, if you want to support this project, you can check their Kickstarter link, which I will share in the description. During their campaign, you can get up to 31% off, with pricing starting at $449. And remember, since the software isn't completely finished yet, what you're seeing today is really just the beginning of what this tablet can do. But even in its current state, it's already shaping up to be something pretty special. So in a nutshell, the AINOTE 2 is a super slim 10.6-inch tablet running Android 14, and honestly, it's one of the most exciting ink devices I've tried recently. In fact, it's the thinnest ink tablet on the market at just 4.2mm, which is pretty insane. Maybe even too thin, but I will discuss this later in the video. The Carta 1300 Mobius screen looks sharp and feels really responsive, whether you're reading or taking notes. The stylus is accurate and comfortable, and there's quite a few AI features like handwriting-to-text conversion, real-time transcription, and AI summarization, which actually feels useful. I was especially impressed with how well it handled the voice transcription, even with background noise, and I will show you that later in the video. AINOTE 2 is also incredibly light and portable, which makes it easy to carry around for lectures, meetings or travel. Battery life is solid so far, and it just feels effortless to use for hours without strain. Overall, in my experience, the AINOTE 2 is a smart and focused productivity tool. And if you want something that keeps you organized, helps with notes and leverages AI where it actually matters, this device may be worth checking out. With this quick summary out of the way, let's talk tech specs. The AINOTE is powered by a Rockchip RK3576 CPU, that's 8 cores with a quad-core 1.8 GHz setup, paired with 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage, which gives you around 41 GB of usable space. It packs a 4000 mAh battery, which is quite impressive. Another handy hardware feature is the fingerprint reader, so you don't have to enter passcode every time you unlock it. For connectivity, you've got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, which makes it easy to connect a wireless keyboard, headphones or other accessories. One of the standout features is the integrated audio setup. The 4 built-in microphones let you capture clear voice and use the AI to transcribe it in real time. The transcription feature is excellent for meeting notes and supports 14 languages. I'll share some audio transcription later, so stick around to the end. One thing to note is that the AINOTE 2 doesn't have a built-in speaker, so you will need Bluetooth headphones or an external speaker for audio playback. Not a deal breaker in my view, but worth mentioning. The AINOTE 2 runs a custom Android 14 based system, optimized for the ink display and AI enhanced features like handwriting-to-text conversion and real-time transcription. You can also install third-party apps, but keep in mind that not all apps will work perfectly on an ink screen. The AINOTE is super thin and lightweight, maybe even a little too thin for my liking. They claim this is the thinnest ink tablet in the world at only 4.2mm thick, which is kind of nuts. It weighs 295 grams on its own and 313 grams if you include the pen. On the outside, it has a minimalist design with narrow bezels, clean lines and a modern look. That makes it elegant and comfortable to hold in one hand. The back is smooth plastic and has 4 rubberized feet, which keeps the tablet planted on a surface better than some other competitors. There are also pogo pins for connecting a keyboard protective case, which is sold separately. The edge frame is metal and it transitions nicely to the plastic front. The front has thin bezels with a slightly wider bottom chin. This chin houses the quick bar which lets you open AI tools, take quick notes or even turn pages instantly. There's actually quite a lot of functionality tucked into this small area. On the top side we have a power button and a new addition, an AI button in the middle that opens the AI search. In terms of size, the AINOTE 2 is very portable. You can easily fit it into a backpack or bag. It's kind of the same size as the Viwoods AiPaper, definitely smaller than the remarkable Paper Pro, but bigger than a Kindle Paperwhite. One area where I think the design went a bit too far is thickness. Because the AINOTE 2 is so slim, remember only 4.2mm, when I press on the corners it feels a bit soft. You can even hear the device give slightly under pressure. Frankly, it's very similar to the experience I've had with Viwoods AiPaper. It just doesn't have that solid one-piece feel like some other ink tablets I've tested. Personally, I would have preferred the device to be a little thicker and heavier in exchange for more sturdiness. But I can also see the massive advantage of being able to hold it for hours without strain, so the takeaway here is that while it's great to have such a light and slim device, you do need to be a bit careful when tossing it into your backpack. Maybe a protective case would definitely be a good idea here. And hey, before we move on, if this video is helpful to you, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate your support. When it comes to the display, the AINOTE 2 uses the latest generation Carta 1300 Mobius e-ink screen. This gives you great contrast and clarity with an improved refresh rate compared to other Carta screens. The Mobius part means it's a flexible ink display. You won't be flexing it on this device of course, but it has some real benefits as it makes the screen lighter, thinner and less fragile than glass. I can imagine this kind of plastic screen can handle drops or stress better and be less prone to failures. On top of that, it has a high 300 ppi resolution, which makes text, images and graphics look sharp and clear. Honestly, the content on this screen is a pleasure to look at. For refresh modes, you have two options, best display and best speed. I'm really impressed with best speed as it's incredibly quick and playing videos on it feels smoother than most ink screens I've tried. Of course you do get some ghosting artifacts, but it's still more watchable than anything I've seen before. Speaking of ghosting, yes, it's noticeable, especially in best speed mode, but it's also slightly visible in best display. But there's a good news. Just simply quick double tap with two fingers and it refreshes the screen instantly, which helps clear any residual artifacts. When you're reading, ghosting isn't much of an issue because the reading app refreshes every couple of pages, so I wouldn't be too concerned about it for regular reading. One thing the AINOTE 2 doesn't have is a Frontlight. This is similar to other tablets with Carta 1300 Mobius displays I've tested, like the Books Note Max and Viwoods AiPaper. Is it a deal breaker? Personally, I don't think so. The screen is very reflective and sits close to the front, so as long as you're in a well-lit room or using a reading lamp, you don't really miss a Frontlight. But if you need something for a bedtime reading with no lights whatsoever, then I think AINOTE 2 wouldn't be really for you. Now let's talk about the reading experience on the AINOTE 2. First off, it's super comfortable for long reading sessions. The lightweight design and crisp ink display makes it easy on your eyes, even for hours at a time. Even though this is an Android device, the custom interface keeps it clean. No annoying notifications or pop-ups interrupting your focus. One feature I really love is the split screen mode. You can have your notes on one side and your book or document on the other side, which is great for studying, annotating or reviewing research papers. And once you're done, you can export all your notes straight into your notes section. You can also annotate directly on your books and everything you highlight or mark gets saved in one place. Later, you can export those highlights as a PDF or Word document, which I think is super handy for students or researchers. Now, the text itself looks awesome. There's just enough customization to tweak fonts and layout, but it's not overwhelming like some books devices with endless menus. The AINOTE supports EPUB, PDF, TXT, MOBI, AZW3, docs files, Excel files and more. And page turns are smooth. Best speed mode is lightning fast, while best display still looks fantastic thanks to the Carta 1300 screen. Getting books on the device is easy too, as you have multiple options. You can sideload via USB-C, use OneDrive or other cloud services, or send files straight over Wi-Fi for a simple browser link. The AINOTE 2 delivers a solid writing experience that feels a lot like the Viwoods AiPaper. Since both use the same Carta 1300 display, you get similar responsiveness, excellent contrast and a very bright, clear screen. The EMR stylus itself is responsive and accurate even during long writing sessions. The screen is on the smoother side and personally I prefer a bit more resistance to make it feel closer to paper, but overall it's still very solid. I also like the texture of the stylus. It's made of plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap and it has a nice grip that isn't too slippery. The design feels elegant and well balanced. Writing on the screen is slightly louder than on other devices though. Take a quick listen right now. The stylus also has a multifunction button and I think this is a great feature. If you press and hold the button with the pen tip more than a centimeter away from the screen, it switches to an eraser. But if you do the same thing with the tip close to the screen, it activates a selection lasso. You can use that for AI searches or quickly clearing parts of your notes. I haven't seen this feature on other devices and it works really well. You can also customize the press to perform a different action as well. One thing to mention is a noticeable flex in the screen when pressing with the pen, especially towards the bottom of the device. It doesn't affect writing performance, but since I haven't seen flex this obvious on other ink tablets, I think it's worth mentioning. Another feature I like is smart gestures. Drawing stars or circles in your notes automatically organizes your handwriting into tasks or to-do lists. For example, drawing a circle next to the text adds it to a to-do list, while drawing a star adds it to your priority items called focus star, both of which are under the schedule section. Now I have to be honest, there's a little bit of a learning curve with these gestures, but I found them intuitive and easy to use once you get used to them. Now let's talk about the handwriting to text conversion. The AINOTE 2 supports an impressive 83 languages and uses a combination of AI and OCR for text recognition. I tested 3 languages: English, Polish and Farsi or Persian. English recognition was really accurate, which was impressive. For Polish and Farsi, the results were generally good, but a bit inconsistent. Sometimes it worked perfectly and other times it made mistakes where it shouldn't have. That said, I still found it perfectly usable for everyday note-taking and transcription tasks. From everything I've seen with e-ink devices so far, AINOTE has done a great job of integrating AI where it actually matters. First, the bottom quick bar gives you instant access to Chat AI, powered by the ChatGPT o3 model, and I'd expect they will keep upgrading it over time. It's completely free, no subscription is required, and it pops up over whatever you're working on, so you can quickly copy an answer, close the window, and paste it right into your notes. The real highlight though is transcription. This device can record and transcribe voice with really good accuracy. Let's test it. Further, because reflective electrophoretic displays can be multi-stable, they require very little power except during an image refresh. This results in extended battery life for applications in which images are switched only infrequently. As you can see, the transcription is very good. I even tried adding background noise to push it a little, but it still handled everything very well. And it doesn't stop there. You can have AI summarize an entire conversation into neat bullet points you can later copy or email. Also, when reading, you can highlight sentences or paragraphs and use AI to instantly search for explanations or deeper context. There's quite more features when it comes to AI, and I expect more features to be released in the future, so if you want to learn more, you can check their Kickstarter website with the link in the description. So that's your AINOTE 2, but I'd like to hear your thoughts now. Do you think the AINOTE 2 would be helpful in your daily life? Leave a comment below, as I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate your support. And if you'd like to support me further, you can become a YouTube member like all those awesome folks right here, or grab one of my drone shots as a wallpaper for your laptop or phone. But that's not all. If you want to learn more about the Viwoods AiPaper, which runs on the same Carta 1300 screen, check out this full review right here. And if you need something smaller with a color ink display, I'd recommend the BooksGo Color 7 Gen 2, which you can see right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! It's pretty cool. Super skinny.